Hello everyone, welcome to Oracle Admin 1 on Linux. In this tutorial, we will discuss about administering user system security, OS authentication, grant create session to OPS, then username, system privileges, grant create any table to any username. OS authentication, let's create a new user with the name of Tushar. So this is the PuTTY default settings, then open. Here we need to give the root user connection. So root, then password root at. So clear the screen. Now we need to add the user. Just want to copy this one, and here add user. To add the new user, -u. This is the user serial number. Then G is the primary group. So here the primary group is O install, and -G is the secondary group, and the secondary group is looks here multiple DBA, ASM admin, ASM DBA, operator or opera, and this is the username. So after hitting on enter key, our user A Tushar created successfully. So now we need to give the password as Tushar. Here we need to give the password. So I just want to set Tushar. So password updated successfully. If you want to give the access or session as like sys user to newly created user Tushar, we need to switch the user Oracle. So su Oracle, and then we need to connect with SQL plus slash sysdba. So user here is sys. Now on grant create session to OPS $Tushar. Here grant Oracle not available, grant create session to OPS Tushar. When we execute this command, grant create session to OPS Tushar, this is the username actually, and it's return a error, no Oracle not available. So these types of error we can ignore if we execute the startup force, means our database instance restarted. And after then, if we execute this command, grant create session to OPS Tushar, grant succeeded. So if I execute this one again, grant create session to OPS $Tushar, here we can see the grant succeeded again. Now I just want to exit from SQL plus clear. This is the Oracle user, so I just want to switch the user to Tushar. Yes, so switch user Tushar. So this is the Tushar user. So I just want to connect with SQL plus. So SQL plus slash sysdba. Here we can see SQL plus command not found. So SQL plus slash, so here we can see the message command not found. So how do we resolve this issue? Let's configure the environment variable followed by the following commands. Let's connect with switch the user with uh, to share to share. So now we need to write here the comment dot env aura dot aura env. After hitting an enter key, here oracle sid dba 167 oracle bash has been set to here from to this location. Let's connect to SQL plus. So SQL plus slash, here we can see the SQL plus connected without any password. So this two-star user will connect with SQL plus by using OS authentication. So in this way we can implement, or we can give a privilege a user, newly created user, as a CS user or OS authentication. So login is done by OS authentication. Now we will check the user status. Let's check the user status. This is the Oracle SQL Plus developer, SQL developer actually. So this is the CS user connection. So we need to give the password here, CS123. Okay, this is the worksheet. So here I just want to see the table description of DBA users. From this description we see the username. So if we execute this command, select username, authentication type, then account status from DBA user, where username is OPS to share. So if I execute this one, here we can see this is the authentication type external and account status open. Now locate the password file for sys user. cd/oracle/product/19c/dba_1, then db, hitting an enter key. Here we can see the dbs. So cd dbs, inside this file location ls minus ls, here we can see the aura pwd db167. so this is the sys user password credential file. So if we change the file name, so how do we do that? mb, I just want to rename the file name, and then new file name underscore, then check the list of file of the file inside this directory. Here we can see the password file name renamed to underscore. So now connect with sys user by client. So SQL plus slash sys 123 at, and then this is the DNS name. So as sysdba. After hitting on enter key, we see the user password not valid. So login denied. Now we will rename the file again. md. This is the modified file, and this is the original password file name. So after hitting an enter key, our password file rename successful. LAS. Here we can see this is the password file. So if we try to log in with client, so this is our client. So if we try by using this client, here we can see the sys user connected successfully now. So user is sys. Creating a user with default profile like password expiration. So how do you do that? First we need to connect with SQL plus slash SQL plus SQL plus slash sysdba. So user is sys, here clsr, and now we will create a new user. So this is the new user create option by the default profile. So this is the default profile. Create user, this is the username dba167 identified by, this is the password dba167 underscore 1234, default table space users, temporary table space temp, profile, default, and password expire. So after hitting an enter key, here we can see user dba167 conflicts with the another user or role name. So first we need to delete this one. So if we execute this one, drop user dba167 cascade, or user dropped successfully. So if I execute this previous command, create user dba167, so after hitting an enter key, we can see the user created successfully. So now we need to give the create session privilege. So grant create session to dba167, grant successful, and after then it will ask to change the password from user profile settings, default user profile settings actually. So if we connect CLSCR con dba167 underscore 1234, so here we can see the password has expired, changing password for dba167. So now we will give the password actually I just want to give the password d. This is very difficult to give the password now. Notepad, notepad. So db underscore 167 underscore A B C underscore 123 underscore. So this one we will use for our password. So if I give here, I'm hitting an enter key, and then password changed. So if we log in with or connect with con dba 167 slash, this is the newly created password. So you are no longer connected to Oracle. GNS could not resolve the connection identifier specified. So there may be a problem. Now I just want to change the password again. Alter user dba 167 identified by dba 167 underscore 1234. Hitting an enter key. Not connected. So maybe no user connected actually. So first we need to check the user. Here user is empty. So first we need to connect with sys user. So on sys slash sys 123 as sysdba connected, and if we try by using this command to connect, here we can see no longer connected to Oracle for user. Mm, enter user. Sorry, we need to give the password actually. If you face these types of problem, first we need to connect with sys user actually. So on slash as sysdba, here connected with sysdba. So alter user dba 167 identified by dba 167. So this is the password change command for a user dba 167. So here the password dba 167 altered. Now we will try to connect with sys user. So on dba user dba 167 user actually. So on dba 167 slash, the password is dba 167. Here we can see the dba 167 user connected. We have lots of system privileges. Let's search the Google Oracle list of system privileges. So this is my Chrome browser. So I just want to search with Oracle list of system privileges. After hitting an enter key, we can see the first one is system privileges. Just click on it. If we go down system privileges, there are lots of system privileges. So if we need to use this one, we can help from this document. Though I will give this link in description box, so don't worry about it. Let's add grant privileges to create table by its own schema and other schema also. So how do you do that? First we need to connect with sys as sysdba clsr grant create any table. So this is the system privilege to dba167. So that means this user can create its own schema table and other schema also. So after hitting an enter key, we can see grant succeeded. And then we'll give the unlimited table space permission to privilege to db167 user. Grant unlimited table space to db167. Now show user DBA 167 slash DBA 167. Now we will create table by its own and other schema. So how do we do that? So this is the own schema table. If I hitting on enter key, table created. Now we will create another table with the schema name A and its table name A actually. So if we execute this one, the command successful. Let's revoke the create in table privilege. So how do you do that? Revoke create any table from DB of 167. Revoke create. So first we need to insufficient privilege. This means we need to switch the user sys actually. So on slash as sys dba, and now you can execute this command again. Revoke successful. So if we try cl scr, so now we will give a system privilege just only create table, not any table. Grant succeeded. So I just want to connect with C and DBA167 DBA167 slash DBA167 CR, and now try to do create a table to schema A, and it will return an error. So let's try create table. This is the A schema and then the table name cell. So after hitting an enter key, we see insufficient privilege. So in this way, the system privilege work on a specific user. So hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Don't forget to subscribe my channel. Keep watching the next tutorial. Thanks.